If I would need to say what was the most common sentence that I said during the PhD, I would totally say it would be the another day in which I did absolutely nothing. And when I started to analyze a little bit what was I saying and why was I saying that, it was because research and progress in research often feels so abstract and so not tangible that you can very easily fall into the trap that you've been working on something the entire day but ended up doing nothing. And this is something that I see all the time happening with my clients. Like, they have this sense of I'm constantly working but I'm never getting things done. And objectively, this is a truth, because progress in research is, I would say, almost invisible. So invisible that at times you are left wondering whether if it's even happening. And that is not only taking care of yourself while doing research in a way that you make sure that this research is at least documented, or at least that you know what are the steps that you did that day, is super, super important, not only for your mental health, but it's also very important for having the sense of what are those things that you are doing that feel like nothing but are actually pushing your research forward. And one good analogy that I always use is baking a cake. Like, when you bake a cake, even if it ends up being shit because you, messed up the recipe, you at least have a cake. Like, you have something tangible that is this physical manifestation of your effort. Whereas in research, this tangibility doesn't exist. Like, everything is super abstract. You have at most an error message, a failed experiment, data that doesn't match, models that don't fit, and so on. And it sort of lives in that abstract space that when you ask yourself, okay, I was working the entire day, but what is it that I actually did? It's very tempting to see and to think that you did nothing. And I feel this is fundamentally wrong, and I feel this is something we should teach researchers, especially PhD students who are just beginning their research journey, to make sure how to document those intangible stuff, not only for their mental health, and that they can actually not say the words that I was repeating during most of my PhD, which is another day I did nothing, but that they can use that as a foundation for what comes next. Because many of you, for example, on LinkedIn, I got many messages from people saying, I'm so lost, Alda, I don't know where to even start from. Everything feels like it should have been done already, but I'm still stuck with those things and so on. And what I keep saying to those people is that, where are your notes? How are you taking notes of what you are doing, of your progress, how you are taking care of those stuff? Because those things are then the foundation that you will use as inspiration for the next steps that you have to do. So having said that, if you're currently stuck in that storm, if you feel that whatever you are doing, it's never enough, if you feel that your research is a complete mess and you don't know where to even start from, if your supervisor is ignoring you, not answering your emails, not being actually there for you during your research, I want to invite you to schedule a completely free introductory call with me. I will leave a link down below in the description where we can discuss that, where we can together find out what is the best way for you to get and move forward, to get that things done, to get that paper out, to get that thesis done once and for all, while at the same time making sure that you do not fall in this trap of I'm not doing anything, and worse, even worse, in burnout. So what I want to tell you is that there is hope, there is a place where you can be satisfied with your research and at the same time have the peace of mind that you are doing your best and that you are actually doing all it takes to make sure that that thesis ends up as a success. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, see you in the next few days with another video. Bye bye.